Yo peeps, what up? Eric Galaxy here. I'll tell you what's up. The Paris Olympics is the gift that just keeps on giving. The latest scuttlebutt is that Jordan Chiles had to... So, the Olympic Committee reviewed the protest by the U.S. gymnastics team on her difficulty score or whatever it was, and found that they had exceeded the time limit to protest by like 4 seconds. Now you go, 4 seconds? 4 seconds? What's 4 seconds? But here's the thing. You get 60 seconds to protest something. So that means it's basically like the Jeopardy music, Final Jeopardy. Da 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 and it keeps on going, right? So you get all this time to like protest. Now, if gymnastics and international gymnastics is your thing, then you would think that you would know this rule. Because like, there's like how many coaches? I think that each individual person on the gymnastics team has their own coach. Plus, there's a overall head coach. There's a couple of other people that probably carry bags and stuff. I'm not really sure. So you're thinking of those, what, 7, 8 people? There's got to be somebody that's in charge of, you know, like, hey, her score. I mean, I saw the score. I'm watching the TV, and they put it right up there. They say, you know, difficulty, something, blah, blah, something. There's like 4 parameters of judging. I mean, let's make no bones about this. This is a judged sport. But there are parameters. I remember back in the time when you had people like Nadia Comaneci and Mary Lou Retton and all the way back to Olga Korbut. I mean, there was only one thing. It was like you did your thing and they held up a card. This is what we think it is. There was a lot of weird stuff going on back then. But anyways, the thing is that if this is your life, you should freaking know the rules. So it 4 seconds may seem like a pittance, but I mean, what do you want? Do you want one of the judges to go over there with a stopwatch and go click? You're on the clock. You're on the clock. Look at the frickin' clock. Da 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 da. Come on, come on. Do you want to protest? Because hey, it's right there on the screen, showing you the difficulty score is wrong. Come on, come on. As I said in my last show, the person that should have won the bronze medal in the first place was this person, Sabrina from Romania, who got docked a point, and which, for stepping out of bounds, which she did not do. And if Romanian team would have protested that, then she would have won the bronze medal. So either or, Jordan Chiles did not deserve the bronze medal. Okay, so all those people that are in that USA pompous, I don't know what the attitude that, oh well, maybe she was stripped of the medal. Bullshit. She was not stripped of the medal. The U.S. gymnastics team screwed up. They screwed up and didn't protest fast enough, even though da 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 da. Come on, come on. But Sabrina from Romania, she got screwed the most of all because she should have gotten the bronze medal. So, yeah. I mean, it's a judge sport, but you should know the rules. You should know everything that's going on. If that's your life, then you should know. So, there's no excuse for this happening, other than Sabrina should have gotten the bronze medal. All right, so preseason football is wrapping up this weekend, coming to a close. Just to recap, there's been some fights and some injuries and fines, which is, well, I mean, de rigueur. Fights. So this has been around for a while, where teams do joint practices, joint training camp or whatever. But it's becoming more prevalent nowadays. It seems like it's like one of those kind of things where it's like, hey, you want to go to the prom with me? You want to go to the prom? Let's go to the prom. Let's let's do that. The problem with that is that you have two teams where a whole lot of players are not going to be making the team. So maybe there's some of those borderline, like on the bubble kind of guys that feel that maybe if they start some shit, you know, it shows how I'm aggressive and I'm willing to blah 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 and go through a brick wall. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, joint practices are a little intense because you got a lot of people. They're trying to simulate a game situation, which I get, but I mean, it's not preseason football game. It's basically joint practices. And here's the thing. There's a lot of talk going around saying that because of the volatility of the joint practices, that they're going to start, the NFL is going to start wanting to put these on TV so you can watch the joint practices. I get, so the whole Hard Knocks thing is like what people, because people want to see behind the scenes, right? They want to see behind, and it's you know, it's kind of like, oh, there's, you know, but they you know, they edit it, so it's like, you know, there's some funny parts and there's some like whoa parts and whatever, but to actually televise a practice is kind of like, no. You kind of have to be a real football head to like watch that. I remember back in the day when my dad would take me to the 49er training camp when they had it in Redwood City back in the day. Training camp in 1969 is not the same thing as training camp in 2024. And all I remember is going there and getting autographs, because you got to see. I mean, yeah, sure, there were, you saw them passing, throwing the ball around and catching and running around, but you saw your favorite players, and like afterwards you like go down there and they would sign the autographs and everything. I don't know if training camps so much like that. I mean, I see people in the bleachers and stuff, maybe that's what it is, but to watch a practice on TV, you're not really there. You're just kind of watching it on TV. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be a thing. We'll see. But yeah, especially with, you know, Hard Knocks. You know, people like the Hard Knocks stuff a lot. So I don't know, but going and watching on TV, watching people do drills and one-on-ones, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, to me, it'd be kind of like watching a movie being made. You know, I went down to Venice Beach one time, and they were making a movie down there. I believe what's his name? Chuck Norris was in it. Cameras all set up, so we all, oh hey, they're making a movie. Let's go down and watch the movie. And it's like, it was like in front of this store, and they had this guy had a skateboard through past the window or whatever as Chuck Norris was flying out or whatever. But anyways, they took like 6 takes of this guy just going on the skateboard past the store, and I'm like, hey, where's Chuck Norris flying out the window? I mean, okay. I mean, I saw the movie. I actually saw the movie later on, and I'm like, I saw the episode, but it's like, but there at that time it's like, this is freaking boring as shit. So we like, let's get out of here. Yeah. So yay preseason. If nothing else, we got games. All right, the games. The Bears are 4-0 in preseason. One of the more interesting things, interesting, humorous, strange, unsettling, I don't know, is a lot of the games are on the NFL Network. So that means that the announcing team is usually from whatever home team is playing. So you get a lot of rah-rah announcers that are like just trying to pump up whatever that team's doing, even though so it's like this. There'll be a guy, ball's thrown, perfectly in his hands, drops the pass. And they'll be like, oh, well, you know, he was in really good position. It's just the sun was in his eyes, and that, you know, okay, that can affect things. When we all clearly saw that it's in a dome, and the sun was in his eyes. But that's how they do it. They'll be like all pumping it. It's unsettling, I say, because if you're a fan of the team that's not the home team and you're listening to these guys rah-rah, it's like, shut up, dude. Shut up. I mean, but apparently, I mean, if you're a fan of that team, okay, I get it. I mean, sure. I guess I don't know. I don't know if I would be that way with. It's like, dude, he dropped the ball. He dropped the freaking ball. But anyways, rah-rah announcers. I prefer no announcers, to tell you the truth. Maybe somebody can start a channel where you can just watch the game and you don't hear any announcers, but all you hear is the crowd noise and you hear the players on the field, you know, blue 32, blue, Omaha, blue, you know, whatever. Okay, I would be totally cool with that. Because, I mean, it does get to a point where you know enough about the game where you don't really need to hear an announcer explaining to you what's happening. Now, sure, the little backstories and the little college things and whatever, that's all kind of cool and everything, I guess. But, I don't know, sometimes I would rather just not have any announcers at all and just watch the freaking game. But that's me. I mean, hell, if you're gonna like, if you're gonna televise practices, then hey, throw the people who don't really need announcers anymore, throw us a bone. I can always Google the guy's, you know, stats and whatever if I want to do that, you know, background. That's not a big deal. But yeah. Anyways, another thing about preseason is we're getting to see that whole new kickoff thing going on. Full effect, 3 games in. I'm starting to see some stuff going on, some new formations, some schemes going on. I was watching one game where the kickoff happened and you have 2 guys in the backfield. The one guy catches the ball, the other guy zooms to the one side and takes out that one gunner down the side, and then the rest of the team does this kind of like swinging door thing, where they all just kind of like shut off. They don't even worry about the other side. They don't even worry about the other side. It's like, that guy coming off that side, that guy ain't gonna get there. Why is that guy? He's not gonna get there. So they shut the door, and the guy just zooms down the line and got like a 30-yard gain to the 50-yard line. It's like, we're going to see some cool stuff on that new kickoff rule. I know there's a lot of people who don't like the new kickoff rule. I got it. I get it. I don't get it, really. Because, I mean, it's like, it's exciting as hell. I'm kind of one of those get off my lawn, half changes are coming kind of guy. But this change is, it's good. It's good. I mean, let's face it. The NFL has evolved over the years, okay? This isn't the first major change that's happened. The NFL used to be a running game. Running. And then passing came along. So, you know, to say that, oh, this, you know, the rules changed. To say that this new kickoff rule is like, oh, it's not the same as it used to. Because the same as it used to be was getting freaking boring. Because nobody was, the kicker would just kick it out of the end zone, and no, you know, you just put the ball on the 25, first it was a 20-yard line, then it moved to the 25-yard line. So, yeah, I think it's a good thing. I was hearing some people talk about that, oh, well, the kickoff rule isn't working out like the way we want it to work out. And so, what do you think? Maybe they may change maybe they'll, in the mid-season, if it's not working out, we'll change the rule. That's got to be one of the stupidest things I've ever heard anybody ask or say. There's no way any league is going to change the rule mid-season. You're given the rule preseason, and many months before, this is the change that's going to happen, so that you can scheme and work on that new rule. And so you go all preseason and not even non-season thinking about that rule, and you implement it in preseason stuff, and you get to this point, and what? Now you're going to tell us mid-season, oh, you know what? We're changing the rules, so now you got to totally freaking, this ain't a, what's that one show? Oh my God, what's that one show? It's like, it's that food truck race where all of a sudden the guy goes, you know what? Y'all need to change foods. You need to change foods. You know, yeah, it ain't like that. There's no way the freaking NFL's going to change the rule in mid-season. How anybody would bring that up is beyond freaking me, unless they were just trying to fill some time, something, I guess. I don't know. That's just crazy. But anyways, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So new kickoff rule. We've I've seen a fumble. I think I saw a touchdown run. Was there a touchdown run? I think, yeah. But anyways, shit can happen more than it was ever going to happen before this new rule's taking place. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I was watching Canadian Football League the other day, and I saw a guy wearing one of those guardian caps in real time, a real game, Canadian Football League. And there's that guy on Indianapolis Colts that's been wearing one during preseason, but now that the NFL said, yeah, you can wear those during the regular season. Oh, by the way, the CFL guy, I don't know what technology they're using, but the little coverings they put on the hats so it looks like a helmet looked way better than the guy in Indianapolis. So maybe they'll work on that technology a little bit. But yeah, so yeah, I think this is going to become a thing. I know, like I said before, that 49er player back in the 80s had the big old kazoo hat or whatever. It didn't catch on, but I'm pretty sure with all the statistics coming out about head injuries and whatnot and everything, yeah, I could see this definitely within, I don't know, 5 years maybe, as they get more used to it in practice or whatever. Particularly linemen, because, I mean, let's face it, linemen, it's every play is this. Here's my head, here's your head, boom, boom, boom. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a good thing. Coming out. Alright, so last preseason games are this weekend, and then we get football for reals on September 5th, where everyone is undefeated. Yay football! Yay football! Yay football! Anybody else want to shove that little football dweeb into a trash can? I don't even know what the commercial's for. I just know that if you talk with me like that at a party someplace and call me a fool, I'm picking your ass up, upside down, kaboom, in the trash can. There you go. Just like we did back in the old days. So, yeah, I don't care how much stats you know, or whatever. Don't talk to me like that. You fool. So I've been watching a lot of Little League World Series, as much as I can anyways. And as usual, I like the backstories that go on. I like I like watching little graphics down there that says the kids' favorites, like what's your favorite food, who's your favorite athlete, your favorite movie, what's your blah blah blah. I like that kind of stuff. I like the I know this is kind of weird, but I like seeing that little graphic where it says the size of the kid, because it's like you get these 12-year-old kids, and you got this one guy from Nevada, a catcher. He's 4'9". I thought it was a girl because he has long black hair and a total, like, 12-year-old baby face, whatever. But yeah, he's 4'9", weighs like 80 pounds, catcher for Nevada, and he's snagging balls left and right. He's saved his pitchers' asses more than a few times, but he's quick on his feet and everything. Has a good arm. You got that guy. You got the kid from Florida, who's like 5'3" and 175 pounds. Big guy, but athletic as hell. Has an awesome, wicked fastball. Yeah, I mean, I like watching that kind of. I play Little League. I sucked at it, but and my dad was a coach on my team. So I mean, I guess maybe that brings me back to that time. I guess a little bit. I remember us playing against Snow White Drive-In and TJ and Saw Company or whatever, back in the day. We didn't have team names. It was basically sponsors. But anyways, I like the interviews with the parents, because like I said, my dad was a coach. I think Julie Foudy does a really good job. Kind of interesting that she's a soccer person, but she's like really caught on and gravitated toward this whole Little League baseball experience. That's awesome. This year, I guess there was a little bit of controversy when, not on the field, when the coach from the New York team, based out of Staten Island, was ragging on Aaron Judge for when they have that baseball classic where the two teams play in Williamsport at this other stadium, whatever, minor league stadium, did not turn around and wave at the kids while he was in the batting box. And then he said something about, yeah, you should, they pay your salary. You should turn around and wave. First of all, I'm pretty sure the kids don't pay Aaron Judge's salary. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the New York Yankees. But, I mean, okay, so let's go into the weeds and say, yeah, it's the patrons who go to the ballpark and blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure it's not the kids. I'm pretty sure it's the parents of the kids that are, or uncles or aunts or whatever, or somebody is paying for their hot dogs and popcorn. So the other thing is, everybody knows that Aaron Judge is like one of the nicest, coolest guys in the MLB, and also does a lot of youth programs that he contributes money to. So, as Clinton Yates said, rule number one is to not embarrass your town city. And apparently this guy is, yeah, has done that. Another thing that I kind of noticed was, why, okay, you have the box score up here. Why does it have the name of either the state or the country in the box the box score thing? Because all of these teams have won regionals, which means that they beat other teams from other countries and or other states. It wasn't just oh, Texas and you know, the country. They beat, the Texas team beat teams from New Mexico and Arizona and Oklahoma. Okay, it wasn't just like they're from Texas. They beat all these other and the international teams, like it says Latin America. The team from Venezuela, they beat Argentina, Colombia, all those teams from there. So it's like kind of just a disservice to those teams. To all of a sudden now they're just narrowly put into this like little box score up there. It's like, well, they're from that state or they're from that country, because their uniforms say Southwest or Latin America or Asia Pacific or Southwest or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out why they don't just say in the box score Southwest, you know, Far East or whatever they're going to put in there. There's only 2 teams that actually have their country's name on their uniforms, and that's Japan and Mexico. And so, I mean, yes, the U.S. would have a USA if there was only one team, but there's not just one team, and that's the U.S. bracket. Go into that later on. But anyways, so I'm just always kind of wondering why they do that. Also, never mind. I was going to get into the whole Chinese Taipei, Taiwan, blah blah thing or whatever, but it's like, I looked at it, I looked, did some research on it, and it's like, that's a political, complicated thing, and so, whatever it is, it's what it is. But yeah, love watching the games, love watching the comebacks and the crying, that Mexico-Cuba game. I mean, there's no crying in baseball. Well, there is if you're in Little League and you're 12 years old. So, but yeah, so championship games are coming up to the championship games, because there's 2 of them. You have the international championship game, and then you have the USA championship game, and then on Sunday, I don't know why I'm doing that, but anyways, yeah. But anyways, yeah, Little League World Series, I probably won't be able to watch it, because I'll be driving back from the coast. Maybe I'll record it. I'll record it. DVR. Alright, so let's get into my shorts. So, apparently, this rumor has been going around about how you can't wear green in Brazil, otherwise you might end up dead. Apparently this was started because some guy, football player or whatever on some team, I don't remember who it was, stated that you can't wear green in Brazil because it's a gang-affiliated color. Kind of like, I guess, the Bloods and the Crips or something. Turns out that, well, he was really wrong. Apparently, the stadium that the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be playing in this year is anti-green. The team that plays in that stadium, particular stadium, is called oh my God, something Corinthians. The Corinthians. And apparently their color is black and white. And their hated rival team called the it starts with a P, I don't remember. They're green. So when you go play in that stadium, you can't wear, nobody can wear green. Because if you wear green, there's a good chance you might end up with a black eye. So anyways, and we all know, well, hey, Green Bay Packers and Philadelphia Eagles are predominantly green teams. But apparently they got the blessing from the stadium and the team and everything, said, yes, this is okay. So there'll be plenty of green. And it's not. I'm wondering, are you going to get some fans of that other team, the green team, showing up there wearing their green shit like that? Oh, just like kind of mixing in or whatever, and to start some shit. I don't know. I don't know. Just saying. It's Brazil. So, yeah. So, anyways, apparently the whole green thing is a big old, yeah. That's not true. Unless, of course, you go to a soccer game between the Corinthians and that other team. No green. So Apple TV has come out with the NFL Sunday Ticket program that you can subscribe to. It's going to cost you about $650. And if you want to add the red zone feature, it's going to jack it up about another $90. Okay. Now, if that was the only way that you could get Sunday Ticket, then okay, I guess if you're that invested in watching every single football game, then sure. But the thing is, YouTube has Sunday NFL Ticket for like $380. Now, sure, you gotta subscribe to YouTube TV, which is extra like $70. So even then, you're still paying $200 less than Apple TV. So why is it so expensive on Apple TV? Now, I'm sure there's plenty of Apple freaks out there that will go like shell off the money because there's I'm sure there's some extra stuff in there someplace or whatever. You get this or you get that or whatever, and the Apple freaks all shell out the money to go. I mean, they already shell out money for that piece of crap phone they have, so sure, there you go. Apple heads, go for it. But yeah, wow. You know, if I want to watch my favorite team and it's not on TV for some reason or whatever, I'm just go around to the local sports bar where they have like 15 TVs and I can watch the game there. And all it costs me is like maybe a couple of pints of beer and a burger and some wings. Speaking of the Olympics, gift that keeps on giving, the pommel horse god, pommel horse king, pommel horse, whatever. Stephen, what's his name? Anyways, that guy that did the pommel horse and like jumped off and won his team the bronze medal, whatever, is now going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. So it just goes to show, you know, you go and you try out for the Olympics, you do something, everybody loves you, you get to go on Dancing with the Stars now because you're a celebrity, you get to dance with some hot chick, you know, maybe she's single, maybe things don't escalate, you know, and, it could happen, right? So the Oklahoma State football team is putting QR codes on the back of their players' helmets so that while you're watching the game, you can go and snap the QR code and send that guy some money in the NIL. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I mean, you know, it's like, there was a time back in the day, NCAA, it's like if you walked up to somebody and said, hey man, here's $100, good game. Here's $100, good game. Hey, let me take you out for a burger, good game. You were sanctioned for like 10 years. You were like, had to forfeit bowl games, you had to forfeit wins, you know? But now it's like, yeah, QR code, here's a $10, you know? And the way the one coach was explaining it was that, well, now you can, like, you know, be sitting there at a watch party in Tokyo or London or New York or whatever, and some, you know, watch, you know, party. And I'm thinking, So watch party. So a bunch of guys sitting around, down in beers, down in drinks, whatever. Yeah, good play, dude. I'm gonna put the QR code and punch you in, and I'm gonna give you $1,000. There they go. Ah. And then what? Next day, it's like you're waking up, you look at your bank account, it's like, what the heck was that $1,000 for? What? I NIL'd that dude? Not only that, but do all the players get it? It's like, how are you going to pick up a lineman's QR code on the back of his helmet unless he makes a mistake? Because that's usually the only time they show a lineman is when they made a mistake or a penalty or whatever. And it's like, oh, he didn't block that guy. Well, QR code ain't going to help so much on the back of the helmet. It's like, screw that guy. I'm taking money from his bank. I'm going to hack in. I'm going to take money from his bank account. And what about those other guys? The walk-ons. You know the guys that are over there on the sideline? You always see them. They're wearing a jersey, but all they're wearing is jeans and a jersey, no pads, no nothing. It's like they're just walking around because they were able to walk on at the school, and like they'll show up and like, oh yeah, here's a walk on. You know they're never ever ever going to play a down of football in that school. You know, they're just like, if you want to get good tickets to a game, college football, join the football squad as a walk on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna walk around in my jersey and my jeans and whatever. I'm never gonna see. What are they gonna do? They're gonna give those guys like what, hats. They'll give them hats, and the hat will have a QR code on it. See that guy walking on the sideline? Okay, sure. Here's $5, buddy. Anyways, we'll see how that works out because are other teams following suit? We'll see. But I mean, NIL, gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, that's the show for tonight. Once again, WWE is not a sport, and Jim Plunkett should be in the Hall of Fame. Peace out.